Knowing Disney, they censored the whole show.
Yeah, that's what I was reading up about when it comes to Bluey. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's good,
Yeah,
y'all?
Nothing much. Just got getting home from work. What about you?
Chilling.
I feel you.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. That show deserved all the acclaim it gets, and reasons why because the parent it's because the parents are good role models to their kids.
Yeah, I heard it's like one of those shows that's more popular with adults as with children too, like Arthur and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love the theme song too.
Hmm. I might check it out one day if I'm with my niece.
Yeah,
Yo, Mike, what's goody? What's goody? What's goody, Mike?
Man,
yeah. Like
I
they touched.
cannot.
Yeah. Hi, Mike.
Hey, what's up, man?
Going good.
I can't wait. I got a lot of. All I gotta say is I got a lot, lot of heat.
I don't blame you. I got heat too. Mostly CDs, honestly.
Yeah.
Shit, I feel you.
Yeah, man. I was on the soap board on that post about the Emmy worthy soap scenes. There's one scene I'm trying to look for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll text you about that shit.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I already got 3 people up in here, so let me go live right now. So Diddy's son Christian Combs is already having his own issues from what I'm looking at.
Oh God.
I never liked that bastard.
Mm.
Nah.
Well, knowing Diddy. Mm.
Diddy, where are you?
Shout out to Eric for that hilarious review for that hilarious video that he made about Diddy.
That was
Well,
pretty hilarious.
yeah, all the stuff that he did. I'm like, wow. It's all out in the open.
Yes, sir.
With his ugly ass.
Mm. Lizzo saying she's gonna quit the music industry.
Good.
Mm. Yeah. Mm.
There's
Good.
some
Good. Let it quit.
allegations to her.
Good. It's not that great of a singer, no way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Give me SZA over Lizzo.
Oh, no argument. I mean, I like Lizzo's music. Don't get me wrong, but the antics, I'm just like, okay, girl, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear people say, well, what if she was a slimmer shape? Hey, if it was slimmer shape, I would say the same thing.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I
Mm.
mean, if I'll be honest, she's not even a good role model to these girls, to these people. Like even to people who are you know big, she don't even say good role models. Like you're over here fat shaming other people, yet you're fat yourself. Make that make sense?
I'm never going to eat a banana the same way after hearing what she forced her people to do.
Oh God.
Mm. What else is going on? Um, so Bad Boys 4 trailer came out. I have to see that shit.
It looks pretty good actually. Looks like Martin Lawrence got more action scenes in this one than he did in the previous one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, uh It looks pretty. It looks good. I mean, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, ain't nothing touching the first one, but
I agree.
you know,
I've never really been the biggest Bad Boys fan though, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie though. I want to see Will Smith have a win. That's what I'm gonna say.
yeah.
Y'all motherfucking here still talking about bringing up the slap every fucking time. And nobody wants to hear about that stupid ass slap no more. I'm tired of hearing about that shit.
That's over with. That's over with.
Right. Okay, tries on this way.
Like Chris Rock, I don't think he got it in the. I don't think he. I think he just took the slap and he just went on with his business.
Yeah, we might not even know. They probably might squash the beef, and we might not even know until years later.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Shit. 420 is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Tribal is here. Hey, Try.
What's good?
Hey, Try.
What up? Mike, what's good, yo?
Hey, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Chillin'.
You ready for WrestleMania?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Man,
Holy
can't
shit.
wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. If they screw Cody out, I'm boycotting.
Same. I'm done. I'm done watching it.
This is it. You gotta go through the final boss.
Right. For real.
Now make it sound like he's on a quest on a video game or some shit.
He is on a quest to get the damn titles. What you
Pretty
do?
much.
Yeah, y'all can have that.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Like the past couple of Monday Night Raws, though,
Yeah.
man, it had attitude error all over it.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not gonna hold you.
Last night it was the best part of the show was Roman and Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because the matches were boring. And that's the first time in like 20 years I've been to a house show where it was so much hype and the matches were boring. Like none of the matches were good. There were people leaving to get food and to go to the bathroom. None of those matches meant shit. But when Rock came on, everybody made sure that they were in their seats for that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Yep.
That's dope.
Meek Mill was there. Lil Wayne was there.
Yeah, I saw when Lil Wayne was there.
Yeah. It was nuts.
Wow. It's crazy.
Okay, we're gonna start in about 4 more minutes. Where is it at?
Back not joining us?
She said she was. I texted her. I mean, who knows how long we're gonna be on here tonight? Probably not gonna be long here. No longer than 2:30, just in case. I don't know.
You can't afford to get banned again. You need a time limit. You need a time limit.
Man.
You know.
Ha ha ha! Very funny.
I'm serious.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Brett's gonna have to make like a secret channel that nobody know about, just in case.
How's your day, Charles?
It's good, man. It was good. How's your day?
Good.
That's what's up. You been checking out the X-Men '97?
Huh?
Have you checked out X-Men 97?
Not yet.
You missing out, yo. I thought you love animation.
I do.
Best animated series out now, yo.
I'm gonna take a peep of that one day.
Same.
That shit is good.
Yeah, because I have to get back into watching the original series though.
Nah, it's a continuation. You don't need to watch it.
I know,
It's
but I
like-
want to still.
It's like a part 2, like they left off where they did back in what was it, 97, 98?
Yeah,
Oh, it's on Disney Plus. Yeah.
I know, but still, I still want to familiarize myself, because I'm not really the biggest X-Men fan like that.
Right. And they talking about bringing back Spider-Man, the Spider-Man series.
Oh God, don't do that one, please. Please don't do that one.
I don't know. Last time I checked, there wasn't a lot of good animated shit out there. You know. Why not bring it back?
Because that Spider-Man is overrated, in my opinion.
Marvel?
Spider-Man 94 wasn't. I liked it, but it wasn't.
I remember
honestly.
that. I remember that.
What? Who told you it was overrated?
They been on JetX back in the day.
Nah. You have to actually be in that era. It was not overrated at all.
I remember that.
It's not on the same.
X-Men. I remember that one.
It's not on the same level as like Batman the animated
But
series.
Batman was more mature, even for that time.
I know, but still, they try to make this Spider-Man the more mature. Once Batman the animated series came out, every superhero series, they was trying to take a page out Batman the animated series. Spider-Man was no different.
I think it was more serious. It was a more serious tone compared to, like, if you ever seen Spider-Man and Amazing Friends, with Iceman and with Firestarter from the 80s, that one was like more comedic.
Yeah, that was more lighthearted.
Yeah, this one was more darker in tone.
Yeah, that one had more Saturday morning cartoon feel.
Yeah.
But this one was more if you know Gargoyles, which was also
right
a very dark cartoon for
Yeah.
Disney.
That was good.
I agree.
That was where Disney pushed boundaries before they became this
Right.
like soft, but it became too soft.
Right.
But shows like Batman, Spider-Man, the X-Men from the 90s, that's where they want to go for more darker approach.
Right.
And I think, like, with X-Men 97, they kept the same tone, and they dealing with like a lot. Professor X is dead. Magneto took over the X-Men, so they really hesitant on following his leadership. But it's something that before Xavier died, that was his wishes. Like, he wanted his one-time best friend to take over the X-Men. So you're dealing with that. You're dealing with Jean Grey coming back because she was lost somewhere. She comes back, and Scott thinks that he's married to Jean Grey, but it's really somebody else that had a baby for him. But she looks just like Jean Grey, so it's like Jean Grey's clone that was created by Mr. Sinister. So they're dealing with a lot. And then Storm, on top of that, she lost her powers, so she's trying to get it back. And a lot of that stuff was dealt. They had those stories in the comics, so they're just bringing it on screen now.
That's why I have to watch the original X-Men, because I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You way behind then, man. Because like growing up, I wasn't really the biggest X-Men fan, but I grew up to appreciate it and everything. Because I was thinking about talking about the original X-Men,
right?
One day, and stuff like that too.
The cartoon or the movies?
Oh, definitely the cartoons, not the movies. No,
yeah, the animation, they did animated ones.
Hell, I might look into X-Men Evolution if the X-Men one's popular.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Remember that one?
I don't know. Yeah. But
That's when they were younger, right? The young X-Men.
yeah, they came out like
I remember watching some of those episodes.
Yeah, like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
that one.
Young Wolverine and shit.
Yeah.
They also had an anime, X-Men anime that used to be
Yeah, I remember that. That used to come on. Was it G4?
I think G4. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember watching it.
I remember that one. My dad is huge on X-Men. Yeah, he watched that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, just something in the works. But I'm ready to talk about these collections whenever y'all are.
All right.
All right.
Oh, let's go.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing this lovely Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, whatever you want to call this shit? This is your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try in the building with me.
Yo.
Got my homeboy Mike in the building with me.
Yo, what's good?
I got Ray Sean in the building, my animated brother right here.
What's up?
All right. There was supposed to be more people, but I think they might come a little bit later. You never know. But the more the merrier. Anytime people want to come. I know Ashley's gonna come later on this week. When we do talk about Purple Rain, but it is what it is. So this is the long-awaited collection video. I kept postponing and everything like that too. Originally this was supposed to have been like in November, but money issues and then priorities came first. Then I wanted to do this like in January, but my car was going through some bullshit too, so might as well just do it in April. So this is like technically the first collection video of this year and everything like that too. So I'm ready to show you guys what I got. I got mostly CDs this time around, but I still got a few vinyls and shit like that too. So this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to show 3 each. I'm going to start it off.
Nice.
Then Shy, then Ray Sean, and then Mike and stuff like that too. So we'll just go around and everything like that too. Remember, it does not necessarily have to be CDs and vinyls. Y'all can show whatever y'all want to fucking show and everything like that too. So I'm gonna start it off because it's my channel. Let me stop. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the CD, and this is an album that I've been meaning to get for a long time. I got this when I was in Charlotte. A couple of months ago, I think about 2 months ago, I went to Charlotte just to do some activities. That's all I'm going to say. And I came by the CD store, and I got Genuine with his first album, The Bachelor.
Classic.
Yes. This is actually his first album that came out October 8th, 1996. 550 Music under Epic. This is considered one of the earliest Mob albums and shit like that too. This was known for singles like Pony, Tell Me Do You Wanna. He did a cover of When Doves Cry, which I'm not gonna hold. That was actually a pretty decent cover, to be real with you. Pretty decent. I'll Do Anything, I'm Sorry, which lovely Stevie Wonder sample on that one. Only When You're Lonely and Holla. To me, this is actually Genuine's best album. I'm not even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? The production, it definitely is some of Timbaland's best production he's ever done to date, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has that very futuristic kind of sound that he was definitely working on and everything like that too. Because I think this came out a few months after One in a Million from Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic album as well. I mean, this is Genuine, The Bachelor, 1996. Must have in your collection. All right, I'm gonna show one more CD and one more vinyl. Oh, now this is a recent one that just came out. It's Nas with Magic 3. This recently came out, I want to say last year and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? We've done a review on all of these albums, and I'm actually planning a discography breakdown of Nas and Hit Boy Run. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually the last installment of the Magic series. Spoiler alert, I do have all the Magic albums, just letting you know. Is this my favorite Magic album from Nas, though? I'm more for Magic 2, which I'm gonna say my thoughts on that one. This one was pretty dope. It was known for like songs like Never Die with Lil Wayne. Superhero Status was pretty good based on true events. Jodeci Member was pretty straight too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the Hit Boy and Nas run should definitely be more examined and everything like that too. So, and yeah, this is like a Japanese import, so you can definitely tell from the Japanese on the album. So yeah, I'm gonna show one vinyl. So this is from a group I have controversial feelings about,
Uh-oh.
and I got this album because I'm a completist, and it was cheap.
And it was bad.
You said what?
And it was bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, you like this album,
I like the album. Oh shit.
and it's actually the biggest selling album, believe it or not.
Really?
It's cool in the Game with Emergency,
I do not like that album like that. I do not.
but you do like the JT era.
I like some of the songs on there. It wasn't a classic album though.
Oh, definitely, it's not a classic album.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, man. This is Kool and the Gang 16th studio album that came out in 1984. This is actually their best-selling album to date, which I'm surprised about because this album is not that good.
No.
This was known for songs like Fresh, Cherish, which I fucking hate. That song. Cherish the love
Lord.
we have. I hate that fucking song.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? But I do need to get some more JT albums from Kool and the Gang. You know what I'm saying? Because personally, my favorite JT album is the Something Serious from 1981, which is actually, in my opinion, their last great album Kool and the Gang came out with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But this definitely was an album that had the Thriller syndrome. They were trying to go for that more Thriller sound and more flashier R&B. So, I mean, I got it for a completist. You know what I'm saying? Even the album cover looks stupid as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Terrible. Look like they're running from danger.
They're running from this album.
Man.
It's on you, Try.
All right. Shout out to John Dixon. That's the homie. Been the homie for a lot of years. He supports what we do. And we did an album review on this particular group that I never had the album, and I should have been had it in my collection. Shame on me for that. But I finally got it now. Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night, classic album, production by Ski, the same Ski that did all the great joints on Reasonable Doubt. You know, including Feeling It. I think Feeling It was supposed to be for Camp Low, and Jay-Z took it. Classic album. Lucchini, This Is It. One of the best hip hop records ever. Cooley High, Sparkle. Just a great album. Black Connection, one of my favorites. 5 my classic. Shout out to John Dixon for that. Appreciate it. And another artist who's long overdue, and none of his albums I ever had. Shame on me for that. But to me, he is one of the best artists of the last 20 years in hip hop. Lil Wayne, Carter 5, a dope album. It's the special edition, so it's like things like 30-something tracks on here. And he had some joints on here. It was some bangers. It's not a classic. It's not Carter 2. It's not Carter 3. It's not even Carter 4. But just to hear him back doing his Carter shit, you know, that to me is like his best stuff when he did the Carter series, and it was dope, man. It was dope. Definitely enjoyed some the production on here. You know, some of the features on here was fire. So this is the deluxe edition. It might still be in print. I got this off of Amazon, so it might still be in print. It might not. But if you love the Carter, if you love the Cole Carter series from Weezy, you got to add it to your collection.
What up, John?
All right.
John Dixon is good.
We're gonna go to New York City with this rock band artist. They're one of the best rock bands of all time, and they put out a lot of great music that is very iconic. We're gonna go with Blondie, the best of Blondie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Underrated.
That's a good one.
Very dope rock band group. They're known for songs like Call Me, One Way or Another, Hanging on the Telephone, Jimming, Heart of Glass, Rapture, the Tie is High, Island of Lost Souls, Denise, and Atomic. So classic CD from Blondie, one of the greatest rock bands of all time. And I got The Platters, Only You.
Ooh,
Nice.
Ooh, yikes.
Nice.
yeah.
Now, this one has songs like Only You, The Great Pretender, Harbor
Ooh.
Lights, With This Ring, My Prayer, Smokes Gets in Your Eyes, Twilight Times, Red Sails in the Sunset, I'll Be Home, If I Had You, Sweet Sweet Lovin'. That's my favorite song. I'm Sorry, Pledging My Love, Heaven on Earth, Watch the Shore, and One in a Million. So very classic R&B doo-wop group, and this is a very great CD from them.
Mm-hmm. Then my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. So the first vinyl that I'm gonna show off is the Jets.
Ooh. Great album.
Yes.
Yeah. Curiosity, Crush on You. Like that's one of my favorite songs. La La Means I Love You. That's a
Yes.
pretty dope song from them. I think me and Ray Sean, we did I think we
They're
I think we
they're
reviewed this album.
they're
Yep.
underrated. To me, they're underrated.
Yeah, very, very. So yeah, this is a pretty dope album right here. Another one that I have it is LL Cool J. Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yeah.
Yes. And he got
Um,
the OG vinyl. Come on.
That's
Yeah.
the right there.
Yeah. This is brand new actually, and I went to this record store and actually I got it for like I think it was like 10% off or something like that. They were running a sale.
100%.
So yeah, this is like one of my favorite. Knock You Out is like one of my favorite songs. I haven't really listened to the whole album of this, but I do want to like tap into like this particular album. I heard pretty good things about it.
Yes.
Every track
And
on there classic.
yeah. And then another one that I got is Foreigner, Head Games. And the reason why I got Foreigner is because of the memory of my dad, because he listened to Foreigner. I like Foreigner too. But I want to like own as many like Foreigner albums and stuff like that as possible. So I mean, just out of the memory of not only out of the memory of my dad, but because I actually like the group.
I feel you. First of
Yeah.
all, rest in peace to your pops again. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Thanks.
What year did that Foreigner album come out? Let me ask you that.
79. 1979.
Yeah, that was when they were getting a bit too synth heavy and doing. That was before the ballads, but they were a bit too synth heavy around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like Foreigner, but when they started doing these mushy love ballads and became more arena rock, I'm just kind of like, okay. Yeah. Speaking of white people, next artist, y'all gonna be surprised by this album because I don't think y'all might look at me saying, "Oh, you actually like this artist," but this is a very underrated artist in my personal opinion. I actually got the alternate version of the album, which I kind of prefer this album cover. It's my girl Taylor Dane. Tell it
Yeah.
in my heart.
Yes,
Okay.
I love Taylor Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
I'm not the biggest expert when it comes to Taylor Dane's music, but I heard her first couple of joints though, This is probably her best album up to this point. But if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to let me know.
Can't Fight
This
Fate.
the second album. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can't Fight Fate. That's dope too.
All right. I'm gonna check that out definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has my favorite song she ever came out with. I'll Always Love You. Love that beat. That dun 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 dun. I was like, ooh,
Prove your love.
yes. I was like, what is that girl singing? But Tell It to My Heart. And you know
That's
how?
dope.
You know, yeah, I swear when I used to see them Time Life infomercials back in the day, they always used to play some joints from this album. I'm just like, let me check this Taylor Dane girl out, and I'm just like, yeah, this girl's official. So definitely may talk about this one day, in my opinion. So Taylor Dane, tell it to my heart, 1989. Well, excuse me, not 1988. Excuse me. This album's out of print, but if you can actually no, they re-released this in 2015, so they'll still have the re-release version. Show another CD. Ooh. Yes, I was happy as fuck when I found this album right here, and I've always wanted to talk about this album.
Mhm.
It's and this I got this from Edward McKay. I got a Taylor Dane album from Charlotte, the same place I got the Genuine album. I got the Kool and the Gang album from Carolina Soul, and I got the Nas album from Amazon. Just letting y'all know, this album I got from Edward McKay. Ozzy Osbourne, No Rest for the Wicked. Oh my God.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes. Hold on, let me double check something. Okay, yeah. So this album came out in 1988. I actually got the 2002 reissue of this album and stuff like that too, which I don't think they did anything. Thank God they didn't do no fucking remastering, replacing with stock people, because if you guys are familiar with Ozzy Osbourne's discography, you would know that Sharon Osbourne, she didn't want to pay like certain members of like the Ozzy group, like Randy Rose's family. So she hired many stock musicians to replicate the sound. So if you guys want to get Ozzy's first couple of albums, like the first 3 albums, do not get the 2002 reissue, because they replaced the original work. Just get like the OG copy, the 95 reissue, and I think they reissued this album again in 2011, I think. So get those. But back to this Ozzy album, No Rest for the Wicked. So this album is his 5th studio album, one of the best Ozzy Osbourne albums ever. This is actually an important album because it was the first to feature Zakk Wylde, you know, one of his guitar, to me, his second best guitarist next to Randy Rhoads. It was also the first to feature John Sinclair, and it was the first to feature Bob Daisley, who has not been on an Ozzy album since Bark at the Moon, who was like the bassist. This was known for singles like Miracle Man and Crazy Babies, one of my favorite Ozzy Osbourne songs ever. Crazy Babies, nah, nah. Crazy. I love the video too, you know what I'm saying? This is a very cool Ozzy album because it has like a more groove bass, like a groove metal kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Because the earlier Ozzy albums was definitely more on a harder rock kind of thing. Well, this is still hard rock, but you can tell he was definitely experimenting with this one. Probably my 3rd favorite Ozzy Osbourne album, next to Blizzard of the Moon. The second one, Diary of a Madman, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So classic album in my opinion.
Excellent.
All right. Let me show y'all one vinyl.
Oh, you have one? Okay.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I gotta show this to y'all. I went to Carolina Soul again, and I'm so happy I got this album right here. And this is a review that's in the works. Peter motherfucking Gabriel. So,
Ooh.
yes,
Gabriel.
yes. Oh boy.
Yes.
Just to let you guys know, this is not his first album. This is actually his 5th studio album. Because a lot of people say it's his first album, but he actually came out with his first album back in 1977. Just to let you guys know, he actually named all his first 4 albums under his name, but with an alternate name. Like the first album is like Car, second album is Scratch, third album is Melt, fourth album is Security. You know what I'm saying? So just to clear that miscommunication up. But this album right here, though, his best album by all means. This was known for songs like Sledgehammer.
Best song.
Love that song.
Yes, I wanna do Sledgehammer. Da, da. Top 5 music video ever, in my opinion.
I agree.
Come on.
I agree.
Mind you, that song was so fucking big. It was even nominated for a Soul Train Award for Best Video of the Year, too. A Soul Train Award.
It deserved
Crazy.
it.
Crazy. This was also known for songs like In Your Eyes, a beautiful record. Big Time. Oh, Don't Give Up. Red Rain. I mean, and Phil Collins can never make anything as good as this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you will. Yes,
sorry.
you already did. You already did.
I'm sorry.
You already did.
Let's be technical. Okay, if you want to talk
You got
about
two. You got two albums better than that.
Okay, The Face is good, but it's not touching this album. I'm sorry.
No Jacket Required. That album is better than that.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Okay.
He said no jacket required.
Yeah.
He should have won a damn jacket, honestly. But hey. But this is one of the best pop albums ever. Like nobody was making pop music like this. Nobody.
Crazy.
Going neck to neck.
Hey.
Neck to neck.
This is like
Wow.
experimental.
Neck to neck with Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel. Neck to neck.
Phil Collins is better.
If we did
Neck to neck.
Face Value versus Soul, give me Soul.
Face Value winning that. What the fuck?
Hell no. Hell no. What? Hell no.
The first track alone on that album is better than
Sledgehammer alone.
Nah.
Come on. Now.
In the Air Tonight, that beats anything on that album right there.
I love that song, but it's kind of overrated.
Oh my lord.
Because everyone always talks about In the Air Tonight, just for the drums. For the drums.
It was innovative for that time.
I mean, the soul of Peter
so
Gabriel.
okay.
When you talk about Big Time. In Your Eyes, my nigga.
No.
Come on.
No.
It
was innovative for that time. They still trying to copy that style.
Not for the time, though. Come on. Try, please. Don't make me mad tonight, Try, please.
Hey, wow. All right, I got I don't think I told this. I got this after the last collection we did was like September. So I know I got this after September. And we did a review on this during the holidays. It's New Edition with a Christmas album. Christmas All Over the World. An EP. It's like 6 songs. Bobby was still a part of this group in '85, right before he left. We had joints like Joy of Christmas and Give Love on Christmas Day, Christmas All Over the World. Definitely an underrated, Christmas project. I love it because it's my favorite group ever. Got 2003 Onyx with Trigonometry.
Ooh.
One of their lesser known albums in the early 2000s. I haven't heard shit on here, so I don't know if it's good. Hopefully it is. But I said, you know what? I need more Onyx. More of like the 2000 stuff, and they dropping heat. They're still dropping heat now in this era, and I love it. But I got to definitely hear this album. So
you're gonna be disappointed.
Onyx Trigonometry. This is out of print. A lot of this stuff from the 2000s out of print. Check eBay, all that.
Hey, Try.
Yeah.
I love Onyx, but that's like one of my least favorite albums from them. But I'll let you be the judge.
I heard people say it wasn't good. I ain't hear it yet though. I ain't going off of what people say. I want to hear it. I might like it. I might not.
You never know.
All right. We're gonna go back to the 80s with this lovely, lovely, lovely white singer from California. And this singer has one of the best voices in all soul music. And we're gonna go with
Woo!
Yep, Tina Marie, Naked to the World.
Hey, let's see it. Let's see the album.
Here you go. Tina Marie,
Anyway,
Okay.
Next World.
Classic, in my opinion.
Yep. I listened to this album yesterday, and and I never got disappointed. Like every song was fire. Trick Bag, Call Me, I Got Your Number, La La La, Crocodile Tears, Opus 3, The Second Movement, Surrealistic Pillow, The Once and Future Dream, Work It, The Ball, and Naked to the World. Overall, very great album from Tina Marie. Like very underrated and just overall just talented singer. Rest in peace, Tina Marie. And this next group, we're gonna go to Britain with this successful band, and they're well known worldwide. And we're gonna go with Gorillaz, Demon Days.
classic. That's my favorite Gorillaz album.
I love
Yep.
that album.
Gorillaz. I've been listening to their songs ever since childhood. My brother is a huge Gorillaz fan. Ever since they put out songs like Clint Eastwood, Tomorrow Comes Today, Rock the House, Dirty Harry. He also listened to their Plaza Beach album. So yeah, he's a huge Gorillaz fan. You got tracks like The Intro, Last Living Souls, Kids with Guns, Oh Green World, Dirty Harry, a very dark track, Feel Good Inc., El Mañana, Every Planet We Reach Is Dead, the November Has Come, a very great song featuring MF Doom, All Alone, White Light, Dare, Fire Coming Out of Monkey's Head, Don't Get Lost in Heaven, and Demon Days. Overall, very great album. Very dope album by Gorillaz. One of their darkest albums in their discography. The other albums like Humans, which has some dope tracks like Ascension, Saturn Barnes, Strobe Light, and Cracker Island had song like Oil with Stevie Nicks. So they're very great, very great album by Gorillaz. And another album CD I have is from a rock band, and it is from their more Stepped On era. Is very underrated, and is Van Halen Balance.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this album. Like this album has songs like Seventh Seal, Can't Stop Loving You, Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do, Amsterdam, Big Fat Money, Strung Out, Not Enough, Aftershock, Doing Time, Bad Shoot Therium. I think that's how you pronounce it. Take Me Back, Deja Vu, and Feeling. So overall, in my opinion, a very good album by Van Halen. Very underrated, and I always loved his CD cover. But the album cover is also wicked too. So very great album by Van Halen.
Dope. All right, so my next three, I got Run DMC, King of Rock,
Oh god.
from 1985. One of my favorite song on this album is "Rock the House." I thought that was pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, I'm a big Run DMC fan, stuff like that. So yeah, I had to get this one. All right, the next one is Cameo. What up?
Mm.
Um, songs like "What Up," "Candy," "Back and Forth," classic songs. This is from 1980, 86, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I kind of like the art cover on here too. So I mean, it was pretty reasonable because I went to like 10 different like record stores looking for Cameo. But then Freddie Jackson, "Don't Let Love Slip Away." Um, songs like "Nice and Slow," "It's Gonna Take a Long Time," and "Special Lady." One of my favorite joints off this album. So yeah.
Okay. Before I show my next album, I just want to let you guys know, like, you can all show 3. Y'all don't have to show 2 and stuff like that. You know, I don't think. I know Try and Raise show 2, so I said everyone can show 3. You know, so just a little disclaimer right there. But other than that, where am I? Okay. I was so glad I got this album. This album came from Edward McKay, one of my favorite rock groups of all time. Is Talking Heads with Naked. This is actually their last album that they came out with in 1988. Very great album. I know we're gonna talk about Talking Heads very soon on our channel, so I can't wait to talk about that. This was known for songs like "I'm Blind" and "Nothing But Flowers." So around this time, the group were not only were they experimenting like in the late 80s, but they were not really getting along at this point and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? And David Byrne pretty much, they always not really getting along with him like that too, which I'm gonna save most of that for later. But this album right here, very, very dope album. I know a lot of fans have mixed feelings with this album. Some fans love the album, but then there's some fans that say it wasn't really up to par and stuff like that too. I fucking love this one. It don't sound like it's from '88. The sound definitely has a more late '90s, early 2000s kind of rock sound. It's hard to explain, but we'll talk about this when we talk about it. I love "Blind" as my joint. The video is very dope too. "Facts of Life" had a very trip hop kind of sound to it. Totally Dude was dope. I love that one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. A must have in your collection for diehard Talking Heads fans. So yeah, love this one. I want to give a huge shout out to my homegirl Kaya. She bought me 2 vinyls for a birthday present. And with hip hop being 50 years old last year, she brought me the Now This Is What I Call Hip Hop. This came out last year. I was surprised they still made Now albums up to this point. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I remember I had a Now album back in 2007. That's like one of my first CDs I've ever owned. But I mean, this has songs like Sugar Hill Games, Rap Us Delight, Curtis Blow, The Breaks, Grandmaster Flash, Message, Run DMC's Walk This Way, Eric B and Rakim's Don't Sweat the Technique, Public Enemy Fight the Power, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Freshman Summertime, Black Sheep The Choice, This Yours, Crisscross Jump, Salt and Pepper, Shoop, Biggie, Hypnotized, Nas, New York City Mind, Outkast, Miss Jackson, DMX X Gonna Give It To You, Ludacris Stand Up, 50 Cent In the Club, Snoop Dogg Drop It Like It's Hot, Future Mask Off, and Lil Nas X Industry Baby. I mean, if you want a good explanation about the history of hip hop, this is probably not the compilation to go to and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? That honor goes to it was a compilation called the Hip Hop Box that came out 2003. That's like a 4-disc compilation if you want to really get into hip hop. But at least now, still made an effort despite being on the whole hip hop 50 train and stuff like that too. Because we'll probably never see a hip hop Now album ever, honestly. So thank you, Kaya, for this. She actually got me another vinyl, which I'm gonna show you guys later on. And the last album I got from Edward McKay is Boyz II Men with their 4th album, Evolution. This album came out in 1997. Um, to me, the last good Boys to Men album they've ever came out with. I hate to say it, I didn't really care about a lot of this shit in the 2000s. This is actually the last album that came out on Motown Records too, because they had issues with Motown, especially after they released a remix collection without their permission. From what I looked up, which I like that compilation. I need to get that in my collection. But this was known for singles Four Seasons of Loneliness, a song for Mama, Can't Let Her Go, and Doing Just Fine. This was actually not a bad album. I don't like it as much as like Coolie High Harmony or the Two album, but I feel like this is pretty solid, nice late 90s R&B. I know a song from Mama gets played a lot. Every time I think that song, I always think about Soul Food and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? But this definitely is a dope album. I know these days a lot of fans kind of have like a little backlash to this album. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But compared to the later shit, I would definitely get this one.
I was at the album release for that when they showed up at the Megastore, the Virgin Megastore.
Oh, for real?
Yep. And I remember that shit, and they were like an hour later, I want to say, for that. It was cold outside too. It was like 45 degrees. I remember it was cold that night, and it was like a longest line. Everybody was waiting for them to show up at the Megastore, and yeah, that is their last great album, because the 2000 stuff is trash.
I agree.
All right, I got 1980 rock group that I probably had no business even having this album, but I wanted to give away, so I'm like, fuck it. I like the album. Don't know if I'm gonna listen to anything else from them, but I like this album. AC/DC, Back in Black.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fire album, the title track, love it. Shoot the Kill, love it. Hell's Bells. That's a dope ass album. You know what I mean? I don't know. You a friend of AC/DC, Reg?
I like them. I wouldn't call myself a diehard fan of them, but they made some dope albums. I'm more of a fan of the Bon Scott era, but at the same time, I like the Brian Johnson era too.
Yeah.
But they make the same song over and over again. Let's just keep it above. So similar to one another.
But Back in Black was my drink though. That's been played in movies and commercials and shit.
Oh yes.
That's my second favorite album from them.
That's signature.
Oh yeah.
AC/DC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Highway to Hell was the best album.
Highway to Hell?
Yeah.
Okay. And shout out to Ram Sayers. Ram Sayers, they had a contest. I think it was back in December. I want to say January, and it was for Atmosphere new album. And
they still make music. Oh wow.
Yeah, they got an EP out. It's called Talk EP with Atmosphere and Slug and they actually autographed it for me too. This is the EP. It's like colored vinyl. I haven't even opened it yet, but I just love the translucent album cover. And they got the first single is Rudder. There's a video for that. They got Kool Keith on here on a joint called Hello Pete. And I gotta check this out. Yeah, they autographed it because it came with like a postcard or whatever. And they autographed the postcard. Well, shout out to Slug and Atmosphere, and just a great album. I heard some of the tracks. I ain't hear everything, but so far I like what I hear. And Atmosphere always put out heat. So shout out to them.
All right. I'm gonna go into my R&B bag with this artist. I love her songs. I love her album. And we're gonna go with SZA, SOS.
Yeah.
Very, very great album by SZA. I think she's a very dope artist. And with this album, to me, this album to me is more darker than Control, because this one deals with things such as ego, self-destruction, of the of a person, and all about insecurities, going through relationships, going through tough times. So you got tracks like SOS, Kill Bill, Seek and Destroy, Low, Love Language, Blind, Used, Snooze, my favorite song, Notice Me, Gone Girl, Smoking on My X Pack, Ghost in the Machine, F2F, another favorite track of mine, Nobody Gets Me, Conceited, Special, Too Late, Far, Shirt, Open Arms, I Hate You, Good Days and Forgiveness, featuring Old Dirty Bastard. So very great album, and she's putting out her new album Lana, but it's gonna come out no later than this year. So yeah, very great album by SZA, wonderful artist. This next album I got it. Well, I listened to, and this is from an underrated pop artist from the '80s, Tilla Dane, Can't Fight Fate.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. You got tracks like with every beat of my heart, I'll be your shelter, love will lead you back, Heart of Stone, you can't fight fate, up all night. I know the feeling. Wait for me. You meant the world to me, and ain't no good. So, very great album by Tilla Dane. Very great second album. Very slept on in her discography. So wonderful artist as well. And another artist that I've also listened to, and she's also an R&B artist, and she don't get much credit that she deserves, and she's very slept on, and this is from the 70s, the late 70s, and it's Brandon Scott, Come On Inside. And this album, you have tracks like Super Lover, We Can Make It Better, Rock Me Down, Touch the Love in Your Heart, Disco Breakdown, If I Had a Chance, Come On Inside, and The Grass Ain't Greener. So very great album by Brenda Scott. Wonderful, wonderful artist. She's a very dope singer as well. So very good album.
All right. So the next album I got is 5 Star Luxury of Life.
Oh,
Songs include All Fall Down, Let Me Be the One. This is definitely a classic album, in my opinion. Very dope group. The next one is me and Ray Sean. We actually reviewed this one on my channel. It's Stephanie Mills, If I Were Your Woman, from
Yes.
1997.
That's dope.
That's
I think this album, is slightly underrated, in my opinion. I don't think it's not one song that's bad on here. I think it's one of the best albums of that year, and it's definitely Stephanie Mills, one of Stephanie Mills's best album, in my opinion. I think this album is just very underrated.
Definitely.
And yeah,
my favorite song is Jessie.
Jessie is really good. That's a song that no one talks about.
Yeah, I love how it starts off slow, but once that beat drops, that gets you dancing.
Yeah, I strongly agree. Yeah, I agree. And the third one, Jeffrey Osborne, Stay With Me Tonight.
I got that too. That was a good one.
Yeah, from 1983. Songs like Don't You Get So Mad. That's one of my favorite songs on here. Stay With Me Tonight, of course. That's one of my favorites. I love Jeffrey Osborne. I like his earlier stuff. Like his earlier stuff from like the early 80s, stuff like that. I thought were classics.
Okay, dope, y'all. All right. This CD I got. Well, actually, I'm just gonna show this vinyl. Shout out to Kaya again. I have like so many formats of this album, but why not another one? It's Michael Jackson Thriller, the 40th anniversary edition. You know what I'm saying, on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Just all the tracks. I've talked about this album, but I already have the OG copy on vinyl too. I got the CD version and I got the cassette. So, yeah, why not another version? But thank you, Kaya. This next album, this group, I got this from eBay. This group made a theme song to one of my favorite cartoon series of all time. Very weird band is the B-52s. You know what I'm saying? With their
B-52s.
B-52s, yeah. With their first album, 1979, self-titled. One of the greatest albums ever. This is some new wave surf rock kind of shit. For those who don't know who the B-52s are, they were a new wave group. You know what I'm saying? I think they came from like Athens, Georgia. Consists of members like Kate Pearson, Fred Schneider, Cindy Wilson, Ricky Wilson, and Keith Strickland. You know what I'm saying? Which Ricky Wilson actually passed away from AIDS in '85 too, so rest in peace to him. Very weird group. They were known for the songs like Rock Lobster, which if you guys are familiar with the show Family Guy, Peter always sings that song and stuff like that. Planet Claire.
I remember that.
Right. Downtown Lava. Very, very, very dope album, in my personal opinion. I definitely need to check more of their stuff, but I had to get this one. B-52 self-titled. Are you a fan of them? Try or no?
I only know Love Shack. I ain't listen to them like that.
Love Shack is my joint.
So.
Yeah. All right.
And the other song they had, Rome. Rome, if you want to. Rome. Yeah, that joint. I know that.
All right. So I was surprised I found this album. Believe it or not, this is a rare ass album I got from Edwin McKay. It's Color Me Bad with their second album, Time and Chance.
Oh,
this came out in 1993. Very interesting album. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much after the success of the first album, CMB, of course, they came out with the remix album in 92, but they were pretty much in cahoots with their label. They're in cahoots with their label, Giant, because Giant, they wanted them to stick to the young demographic, but the group wanted a more adult sound and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, the label brought in like DJ Pooh. You know what I'm saying? And I quote, they brought him in to be close to the streets, and I quote that. You know what I'm saying? But this album it's actually not a bad album, to be real with you. I felt like the album didn't really get promoted that well and everything like that too. Like they had like cats like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, David Foster on this album. This is known for like singles like Time and Chance, Choose. They did a cover of Wildflower, you know what I'm saying, which is not touching the New Birth cover. Stay tuned on that. You know what I'm saying? But I was surprised I got this album and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? But definitely might talk about this one. Let me marinate on this one a bit.
That's the CeCe Peniston syndrome. Like they did that with her sophomore album, and they put Sir Jinx on her sophomore album.
Oh wow!
So she went from dance pop to, hardcore hip hop on her second one.
Moni Love too. I kind of like the second album a bit more than the first one. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Money Love.
Yeah.
Now I love the second one more. I love In a Word or Two more.
Yeah. I don't know why, but her pen game got more fierce on that album.
Yeah.
Like that was like the little sister to Black Rain from Queen Latifah.
Yeah. I got a game. This game, I grew up watching the Turtles, 87. Love the 87 version of the Turtles and that cartoon and the comics, the toy line I had. And this game, this is a fighting game. It's Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. And
Ooh.
it's the graphics are like if you ever played Capcom versus Marvel. Reg, I know you played it for PS2
What
back
game?
in 2000s. Capcom versus Marvel.
I played it once or twice.
Yeah, and like the graphics are like that. So it's like an old school graphics. It has old school graphics. The gameplay's phenomenal, but it's on like the next gen systems. And basically, you just have the turtles. You can pick any turtle you want, any character, April O'Neil or Splinter, Casey Jones. What's the rabbit? The rabbit samurai dude. I forgot his name. Start with a Y. You Simbo or something like that. You could pick him. He's a hidden character. You have to unlock him. He's an unlockable character. But you're basically going around New York City in different settings, whether it's on the in the sewers or the in Central Park, on the Brooklyn Bridge, and you're fighting the Foot Clan and Shredder and Krang is in it. They have Dimension X is in it. That portal that they came from. You have different arch rivals like the Rat King, Leatherhead, Baxter Stockman. Baxter Stockman, I'm actually on that level now. With Baxter Stockman is like the final boss for that level. And you can pick. The problem with it is they have like some of the friends of the Turtles, like the Battletoads, are in that. Casey Jones, but you can't use the Battletoads. That's the thing. You can't use them. They're just like they make cameos, but you can't actually use all of them. You know what I'm saying? Even like when you pick the characters, like certain characters have abilities that others like. For whatever reason, why is Donatello the best fighting turtle out of the four? Because he's not that. You know what I'm saying? From what I remember, it was always Leonardo and Raphael, and Michelangelo was good with his nunchucks. In this game, they got Donatello, the best fighter, the best turtle in the game. So that makes no damn sense because he wasn't that. He was the scientist. He was the gadget man. Why is Donatello the best fighting turtle in this game? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Splinter is good. Even with Splinter, like Master Splinter should be like he's the one that trained them. Like, how was he not better than Donatello in this? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? They gotta fix that. I know there's talks about them doing the sequel, and hopefully if they do it, they gotta fix that where you got like actually rank. Like how if you play Madden or if you play NBA 2K, they actually rank the players. They gotta start ranking the turtles. There's no way in hell ever was Donatello a better fighter than Raphael and Leonardo. That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that part they gotta fix for the sequel. But other than that, the gameplay is great. It just takes you back to, the 80s Turtles, and it's great. Like if you love fighting games, if you love the Turtles, you're gonna love this.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely had to pick this up. And another the last time we did the collection video, I had Mike had gave me no, it wasn't Mike. It was Eric had gave me the Dracula 79 Blu-ray with Frank Langella. Now I got the Bram Stoker's Dracula. Shout out to Mike. Mike, thanks you for this. We definitely gonna do a review for this because this is my favorite vampire film of all time, favorite Dracula film. You have Gary Oldman as Dracula. Vlad the Impaler. You have Keanu Reeves was in this. Winona Ryder played Mina. Sir Anthony Hopkins was Professor Van Helsing. And this to me is still the best Dracula film all time. It got so many, Oscar nominations and awards when it came out, and The score was great. The costumes, the settings, just the whole story of Count Vlad, falling in love with a woman who he thought was, his past wife that ended up dying in the past, but he sees Mina, who was married to Jonathan Harker, played by Keanu Reeves, and he falls in love with Mina, and it's like a quest to marry her. And it was just great. It was just a great story. Francis Ford Coppola, a legend, and I said, like, yo, we gotta do this review. Like, I don't care when it is, tomorrow for the anniversary, but we definitely gotta do this review. And just a great movie, and the 4K looks beautiful. The 4K is stunning. I love the way it looks in 4K. It has a lot of behind the scenes features on it as well, like the making of and the costume changes, and just the whole production of doing this epic Dracula love story. And also Annie Lennox from the Rhythmics, she did the song, I think, Song for a Vampire. That was also like the theme song for this movie. So just a classic Dracula film.
Yeah, I still need to watch that movie. I've heard pretty good
Yeah.
things about that movie.
Yeah, this is still great. They still trying to catch up to that. Like you had Dracula 2000 with Gerard Butler. That was trash. Never like that.
Yeah, I've
You had
heard that.
what's the other one? The Dracula one. I forgot the name of that other one. Where they were like Universal Studios was like trying to have their own MonsterVerse because they were trying to compete with Marvel with the Marvel MCU, and they came out with another Dracula film. It wasn't good, but they still trying to compete with this one. Like this one is an all-time classic.
Yeah, and then you got Francis Ford Coppola directing it too,
Right.
so
Yes.
that helps.
Yep.
Alrighty. We're gonna go to the early '80s with this artist, and she has a very wonderful voice. And I'm not gonna be around the bush. Stephanie Mills, 1981 album.
Right.
Ooh, a lot of Stephanie Mills tonight. Okay, I love
Yeah.
it.
See.
Yeah, I love Stephanie Mills. Just a gorgeous woman, very great singer. We got tracks like "Winner," "Two Hearts," which she did with Teddy Pendergrass. "Don't Stop What You're Doing." My favorite song, top of my list. "I Believe in Love Songs," "Night Games," "My Love's Been Good to You," and "Magic." So very great album by Stephanie Mills, and just an all around great singer. And my next album that I listened to, and we're gonna go back to the white singers with this one, and this is Lisa Stansfield's "Affection."
Nice. Great album.
Yep, Lisa Stansfield. "This Is the Right Time," "Mighty Love," "Sincerity," "The Love in Me," "All Around the World," What Did I Do to You?" "Live Together," "You Can't Deny It," classic song, "Poison," when are you gonna come back?" "Affection," "Wake Up Baby," "The Way You Want It." So all around, very great, very great album by a, a legendary artist, Lisa Stansfield, that combines pop, house, soul, down tempo, new jack swing, and soul music, and R&B. So very great album. And this next artist is also one of my favorites, and I'm gonna take it to the mid to age, but this one, and it's Billy Joel, and Innocent Man.
Oh my God.
Yep, Billy Joel, legendary. "Easy Money," Innocent Man, The Longest Time, my favorite song, This Night, Tell Her About It, very dope song. Uptown Girl, classic song.
Yeah.
Killers Talk, Christy Lee, Leave It Tenderman Alone, and Keeping the Faith. So overall, very great album by a very dope singer, very great artist, legendary in the rock industry. So yes, Billy Joel.
All right, so these next three, this is kind of more like an unboxing, and I got these three from eBay. So the first album is New Edition's Candy Girl.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Candy Girl, Jealous Girl, Popcorn Love. I mean, you name it. This is from their 1983 album.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty dope album and stuff like that. And then this next one is also a New Edition, and it's pretty much this album.
Second album, yeah.
yeah,
Cool
dope.
It Down, Mr. Telephone Man, all those joints.
yes.
This is another dope album too. Yeah, this is a dope album. And then
Popcorn Love. That's my shit.
yeah, Popcorn Love, that one's good. That one's really good too. And then this last one is another New Edition. This one, I don't think I've heard this album. I don't think, but I have to read. Oh well, no, I take this back. I've heard one song off this album. This is All for Love.
Yeah.
You had joints like Count Me Out, which that's a favorite of mine, and stuff like that. Yeah, I have to listen to this whole album because I don't know none of the songs except for Count Me Out. But yeah,
They don't even perform songs from that album on tour anymore.
They don't.
Nah, they might do Count Me Out and that's it. Like they don't do A Little Bit of Love. They don't do Let's Be Friends or School. They don't do none of those other songs.
Oh wow.
Any Heartbreak though, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my
Same.
dream.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
If It Is in Love.
Oh yeah. All right, so I got two Edwin McKays and Carolina Soul. So me and Try and Ashley, we talked about this album. We weren't really too fond of this album. This is probably one of the weakest albums from this artist.
What could it be?
And it's kind of crazy because I love this artist and I think she's sexy as hell in this album cover. Janet Jackson, Discipline.
Oh Lord,
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It's 2008. You said what?
You should have got that for free, Reg. Why did you buy that? Why?
my
I'm a
sister got
complete.
my
I'm a
sister had that
complete.
You
album.
completed.
Hey, let me tell you
That
something.
shit don't collect dust. You
I
are
have
not
a
playing.
I have a first album. If I can get a first album, I can
Oh,
get
first
this.
album. Go on, sell that shit. Those are not good.
Well, I the first album has some sample worthy material. That's all I'm going to
What?
say. Yeah.
Our first albums were garbage. Come on now.
Well, you know what? We're not going to talk about it. So, but you know what's crazy though? I'd rather listen to 20YO and Discipline compared to her first two albums. Just keep them.
That's not saying a lot. I mean, Discipline was just as bad.
Because y'all got to understand, this was when Jermaine Dupri was really like headlining her music, because she didn't work with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis for this album, which was the first album they didn't work on, since actually, because they worked on her shit from Control to 20YO. They didn't work on this album. She had like a more younger sound with like Tricky Stewart, The Dream, Neo. I remember when this album first came out though. I remember, and it was promoted so well and everything too, because she had signed to Island Records, and singles like Feedback which was like a big song at that time. Rock with You, Love.
I remember Feedback.
Yeah, Can't
And
Be.
Rock with You.
This album, I wanted to like this album, but I did not like this album like that. I'm gonna
Why
keep it a
did
buck.
you buy it then?
Because I'm a completist. It was $3.95.
Do you have all her albums now or no?
The only ones I'm missing is Dream Street, which is very hard to come by.
I don't know why.
And I don't have 20YO, and I don't have the Untouchable album.
Oh Lord,
Wait, do I have 20 album? Yeah, I don't have 20YO.
it just gets worse.
Dream
Like I
Street
said-
had a Dream Street had a very anime-esque feel to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you know they were trying to
an anime-esque feel to it.
go international with that album.
Like that's how
Really?
that Japan feel to it.
Yeah,
Probably in Japan.
I
me-
don't even think she got off a block with that album. Like,
for me, that was her worst album. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
oh God, she have a couple. That's
See, her first two were her worst. 20YO and Untouchable. I mean, not Untouchable.
Unbreakable.
Discipline. Yeah, Unbreakable. Thank you. 20YO and Discipline. Those were like a third and fourth worst. Everything else is fire. But yeah, definitely had. It's only $3.95. Finally got this in my collection. Now this next album. Oh, I've been trying to get this album for years, bro, and it was hard to find where I was staying at. Surprisingly, and despite it being one of the biggest albums of all time, Def Leppard, Hysteria.
Oh, I love that album.
Yes, to me, their best album.
I love
sorry.
Hysteria. I love Hysteria.
I know. Okay, wait, calm down.
Sorry.
You good. I love Pyromania. Don't get me wrong. I love that album. That's their second best one, but I'm gonna have to go with it's their best selling album, and this is like literally the best shit right here. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, songs like Pour Some Sugar on Me, which I'm not gonna hold you.
That's good journey.
I love that record, but I get a bit tired of it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But my joint was always Animal. That was my fucking joint. Animal. I love the video was dope as fuck too. Woman. Yes, Love Bites, Rocket. Definitely expect a review on this one and Pyromania very coming soon. And it's kind of crazy because Pyromania, after the release of Pyromania, they went through a lot of shit. For one, Rick Allen, the drummer, he lost his arm in a car accident and stuff like that too. And at that time too, they were going through like different issues. They kept pushing the album back because sound issues, and then the original engineer was fired and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So they actually wanted to produce the album themselves, but it didn't really go that well either. So they were just going through a lot around this time. But then this album came out, it's kind of crazy because when this album originally came out, it wasn't really a fast seller like it was today. But once Pour Some Sugar came out, it was a rap. It was a fucking rap and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they actually wanted to make this like a hard rock equivalent to Michael Jackson's Thriller, which I can definitely see. I can definitely see Thriller's influence all throughout this album. You know what I'm saying? So, very dope album. To me, one of the best rock albums from '87, in my personal opinion. Cause I got this kind of tied up with Appetite for Destruction with Guns N' Roses and shit.
Hey, Raj, I got a question for you.
What's up, buddy?
Do you think Pour Some Sugar on Me, do you think that's slightly overrated? Do you think that's the slightly overrated song?
It's more overplayed, in my personal opinion.
I mean,
because
I agree.
Yeah, it's more overplayed. You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? 'Cause I can still bump to that record. Don't get me wrong, but they made so many other better records on that album alone. Like I bumped Animal more. You know what I'm saying?
Run
I feel like
Riot.
that has. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
That's underrated. Run Riot.
yeah. But yeah, and my last album for this round, I want to show y'all. We did a review on this. I want to say Christian, either Ray Sean or Christian requested this album. It's Sylvia with Pillow Talk. Yo. When I saw this album, I literally almost shit my pants.
Get you?
This is a rare ass album right here.
Yo, oh my, I'm so jealous.
Pete with this pillow. I'm like, you know who that song was originally for, right?
Who?
Al Green.
What?
Yeah, but he turned it down because of his religious beliefs. Because I think that was around the time he got hit with them grits. Around that time, I think. And
hot grits.
God.
No.
Yeah, like I said, we did a review on this album. I loved it. I think Try said it was okay. I don't know.
I don't even remember that album.
You know,
was I there? Was I there for that?
Yeah, you were there.
I didn't have an out of body experience because I don't remember that shit.
Yeah, this is definitely some seductive X-rated 70s soul right here. Like, look at this back. Look at this cover right here. Look at this.
Dude, I'm so jealous you got that album. That's one album I've been looking for too.
For real, because I be seeing it online for like $40 and shit.
Oh hell!
I be like, nigga, you better suck my dick for that.
Just you saying nigga and sucking dick. It don't sound right.
No Diddy. You know when I say that shit, it does not always mean like that. You know what I'm saying?
I would hope not, Red.
You know what the fuck I mean. No Diddy.
No Diddy. Wow.
I think that's the first time I said no Diddy on this channel. And let's make that be the last time.
Oh, Lord.
Right, shit. It's on you, Chad.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm doing something different. I want to talk about more graphic novels and comics because I did grow up with this stuff, and I feel like for Black people, there's a stigmata on Black people don't read enough, or we don't read a lot, and I want to change that. So I'm gonna be doing another series on my channel where every month I'm gonna pick one graphic novel or one comic. And I'm gonna do like a quick review on that and my thoughts on that, particular comic. Because I know a lot of comic book heads, a lot of people that love graphic novels and stuff. And I went to the comic book store last week and I picked up there's a new spin-off from G.I. Joe, and it's called Duke. And Duke has his own spin-off, written by Joshua Williamson. And what Joshua has done is he's doing a crossover with G.I. Joe and Transformers. And if you saw the last Transformers film in the post-credit scene, there was a connection with Transformers and G.I. Joe. I'm not gonna give it away. You have to watch the film, or at least watch the ending to make the connection. But that's where they're heading with the next Transformers film. It's gonna be a crossover with G.I. Joe. And it's definitely a crossover with this. And actually, in this issue, this is issue 1 of Duke. Starscream from the Decepticons is in this issue, and he attacks one of the Joes. And I haven't read the whole issue yet, but this is the a spinoff from G.I. Joe, and there's another Transformers spinoff as well that features G.I. Joe characters. Cobra Commander also has a spinoff. So he has his own comic book, and I'm gonna definitely be doing a review on this this week. For the weekend, I'll drop it. It's gonna be real quick, my thoughts on the first issue and all that. There's other issues that's out, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4. So yeah, I'm gonna do this like monthly. I'm gonna pick like just one novel or comic to discuss. You know what I'm saying? And just you have to show people like yeah, I love doing different shit on my channel. So, and I love comics, and I think that whole thing about Black people not reading is not true. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Black people that read. You know what I'm saying? So we got some literature talk on my channel. coming up. So had to get this.
Dope.
Oh,
Yes, and that's all I got for now. It's on you all.
when I was in high
Okay.
school, I used to read this manga. When I was in high school,
Mhm.
it's called Circuit du Freak, and it's a
Right.
vampire horror novel
Uh-huh.
manga series that I used to read in high school.
Right. Dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep. So for this artist, I'm gonna go to Ontario, Canada, and this artist, pop artist, I feel like is very underrated. She's very, very slept on, and I talked about her first album before I did a review on it, and this is her second album, and it's Alessia Cara. The Pains Are Growing.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Dope.
Yep, Alessia Cara, very gorgeous.
Mhm.
She's definitely a, a very great singer. Has a very great voice. She's known for this album. She has tracks like "Growing Pains," "Not Today," "I Don't Want to," "7 Days," "Trust My Lonely," Wherever I Live," "All We Know," a little more, "Comfortable," Nintendo Game," "Out of Love," very great song, "Girl Next Door," "My Kind," and "Easier Said." So overall, very great album by Alessia Cara, just a very wonderful artist. And I also have, and also I, I also adore her 2021 album, and it's In the Meantime. This from 2021.
Mhm. I didn't hear that one. I heard the first one that she had, her very first album.
Yeah, her first album
That
was
was
very
like
dope.
all over MTV at that time.
Yeah, that was very dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this to me, this is her best album because to me, it's her most mature, her most introspective. This is where she talked about anxiety, death, loneliness, insecurities, um, and you can definitely see the growth within within her songwriting from Know It
Mhm.
All to In the Meantime, and this album mixes genres like R&B, pop, soul, neo, a little bit of neo soul into it, and bossa nova. You got tracks like a Bossa Intro, Box in the Ocean, Bluebird, Lie to Me, Shapeshifter, Fishbowl, I Miss You, Don't Call Me, Middle Ground, Somebody Else, Drama Queen, Clockwork, Best Days, Sweet Dream, Find My Boy, Voice in My Head, Slow Lie, You Let Me Down, and a Palmer song. So very great album by Alessia Cara, just a wonderful singer, and she's putting out her new fourth album, and I can't wait for that one because her albums are very dope, and I, I also love her that she was also featured in other songs like Logic song,
Right.
um, and Eddie Benjamin's song Only You. So very great artist, Alessia Cara.
And she's not out there. Like they don't promote her a lot. Like they do with Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh,
She's not out there like that enough to me.
Billie Eilish is overrated. Fuck
Yeah.
her.
She is. She is.
Olivia Rodrigo, how you feel about her?
Mhm.
But yeah, I think Alessia Cara, she needs to be promoted more because her music is just that dope. It's just that,
Mhm.
and it's sad that they don't promote her like that.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
All right. So this next album, I keep hearing from a lot of people that this is a very good album. And I don't think I even listened to this album, but I ended up bowing down and getting this particular album. It's Janet Jackson's
Oh
Living
yes,
Nature.
that's a classic.
Oh, I love that album.
Definitely,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
her best album. Yeah, yes, that's her one of her best albums.
A better Jada album.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely.
This is when Jimmy Lewis and Terry Lewis were in their freaking bag.
Right.
Yeah, and this is brand new. Actually, I got a good deal. I got a good deal for this one. I think okay. So I went to Dearborn Music. Shout out to Dearborn Music. They had a sale going on for like new vinyls,
Mhm.
and I believe it was like 15% off, if I'm not mistaken. When I went to get this album, I remember the sale didn't start yet.
Mhm.
But because I was the last person in the store and it was getting ready to be closing time, he ended up giving me the 15% off 2 days early. So shout out to Dearborn Music for that.
Oh,
This next album, we just try. I believe you just mentioned this album.
okay.
Phil Collins,
Oh,
No
yes.
Jacket Required.
Classic. That is better than anything Peter Gabriel ever dropped. I don't know what the hell Reggie's talking about.
Stop it. Stop it.
Ah,
Just stop it. Just stop it, please.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, songs like Studio.
It's a studio. Come on,
Yeah.
I got the torrent for that.
Studio.
Right.
Come on, that's a classic.
One of the worst songs
It
ever.
is.
Yo,
I love.
buddy.
I
Yo,
love
buddy.
this. I love Studio.
Yeah.
And you know all these other joints on this album. I'm a big Phil Collins fan. I like Peter Gabriel too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But to be honest with you, like if I don't know, like if I had to choose, I'm gonna have to go with I might have to go with Phil Collins by a margin. If I had to
I
choose.
prefer Phil Collins stuff.
I love Phil Collins. Yes. In the Air Tonight.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Easy
a
Lover.
classic. Yes.
One More Night.
Yeah.
So many joints he got.
It is. It is. So yeah, this is also brand new too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, you got the that's the reissue because he
Yeah.
did over like the album cover.
Yep.
That's dope.
And then this other one, I remember having this on CD back in the day. It is Lauryn Hill, the
yes.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Great album.
From
Great
1998.
Hill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Songs like X Factor to Zion, you know, the Miseducation, Lauren, the classic joints on here. I think this is like I haven't listened to too many of her albums.
You only got one.
but
Yeah, she only
She
got
only
one.
got one.
She only
That's
got
it. That's the only
that's
album.
the only
Oh
album.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well then. Okay. Well then. This is her best album she ever did. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
One album.
All right. There you go. All right. Good.
Well, technically she has two if you want to count them.
Well, you got the unplugged, but nobody counts that though. Nobody count the unplugged.
I was
Oh man.
happy. I was so happy that they played "Killing Me Softly" when I was at Concord Mills.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I saw there was an R&B page on Instagram. They were like putting R&B albums against each other, and they had one post where it was Lauryn Hill album against Baduizm, which had a better album.
Baduizm.
That's what I said. A lot of people pick Lauryn though.
Because they on drugs.
I mean, Lauren and Erykah Badu are very great singers. You can't deny.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right. So before I go to the next round, Ray, how many albums did you want to show left? How many albums do you have to show left?
I'm gonna do 3 more.
Okay, Mike, I know you have a lot of albums. How many albums do you have?
You really want to know? I mean, well, since timing, we could be out here all night, but since timing, I mean, I could show a few more.
Okay, because I have a few more stuff to show. So after I would say no, probably by if we're still on by like 245, 250, I might just end it out right there and stuff.
Perfect.
And if I'm doing a lot of moving around, I'm putting all my albums back because I alphabetize my albums and shit because I'm anal like that.
You need to take some of those albums and burn it, like the two Janet albums.
Wow.
But I have to show you, man. Like all these CDs, man, and the vinyl, man. I just like, god damn, man.
Man.
But I have everything from like Outkast to fucking Ozzy Osbourne, Madonna, Blues Brothers. I'm like, god damn.
I didn't know you liked Ozzy like that.
Velvet Rope is her best album, my opinion. That's her best album.
What's her best album?
Velvet Rope.
Ooh, oh yeah, you did tell me that. You did.
I love Velvet Rope. That was one of her best albums.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Sam for this one, because he's a huge fan of this artist. But this album, to me, I have mixed feelings about. It's Luther Vandross, Never Let Me Go. This album came out in 1993. This was known for songs like Little Miracles and Heaven Knows. This album was okay. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? The early to mid 90s was kind of a hit or miss period for Luther. After Power of Love, I don't know. He's kind of, I don't want to say the quality went down, but something that
He was up and down like his weight.
Mm.
And also around this time, he got into that infamous beef with En Vogue, which I did a YouTube video about. So guys, check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But this album was okay. It's not horrible, and it has dope songs. I love the title track, which is actually a Johnny Ace cover. Love Is on the Way was pretty cool. Can't Be Doing That Now. I just don't feel like it's better than Power of Love, but definitely a must-have in your collection. Next album. I'm so glad I got this album right here because this album to me is one of this artist's best albums. It is Earl Sweatshirt with Sick. This album came out 2022, 2 years ago. Very dope album, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? This was like came out 4 years after Sick, some rap songs, which I felt like was okay. You know what I'm saying? This was known for songs like 2010, Tabula Rasa, and Titanic. Very, very, very dope very dope album. This was like a return to form when it comes to Earl. You know what I'm saying? So must have in your collection. I think we did a review on this album too. Yeah, we did.
I like the two Alchemist tracks, but I didn't really care for anything else on there.
Respect. Now this next album, I'm so glad I got this album in my collection. You know what I'm saying? One might call this a novelty album, but the people that was working on this album were some heavy hitters. It's The Simpsons Sing the Blues.
Oh my lord.
The what?
The Simpsons Sing the Blues. If the
Is there anything that you won't buy?
The Simpsons.
I wouldn't buy a Phil Collins album, but anyway.
Wow.
Hey,
But you bought The Simpsons, which that makes no damn sense.
Well, let me explain. Okay, so this album came out in 1990. This is actually the first album that it came out with. This was known for singles like "Do the Bartman," which was written by Michael Jackson.
I like that one.
Yes. Deep Deep Trouble, which shout out to Ant. He told me that Jazzy Jeff did the scratches for that song, and he co-wrote that song with Matt Groening. Yeah, Michael Jackson and DJ Jazzy Jeff on this album. He did a cover.
Definitely for cash.
They did a cover of Billie Holiday's God Bless the Child. Well, Michael Jackson was a fan of The Simpsons, so
that's what it was.
Yeah. Very, very, very dope album. I don't give a fuck what no one says. This is a classic album. You know what I'm saying?
Bill was too busy having affairs and shit in his marriage.
You said what?
Will was too busy having affairs and shit in his marriage. That's why Jazzy Jeff was on that album.
No, Will was busy fighting tax problems and doing.
That's what it was. Oh boy,
Sure.
kicking on Viv out
But,
off the show and shit.
expect to review on this album though. That's all I'm going to say. But I don't want to open this album because it's all sealed up and it's a collector's item.
A collector's item.
Yeah, it's a collector's
Who's buying that?
item.
Who's buying that? Is
Bro,
there like a Simpson convention I don't know about?
You'll be surprised, bro. This album goes for a lot of money online. You'll be surprised.
Which that is crazy.
I can see that too.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
because I also want to get the second album, the Songs in the Key of Springfield, but that's another
Songs in the Key of Springfield. So they ripped off Stevie Wonder. What? Wow. Who's on that album? I'm just curious.
You said what? Well, that one is just like the Simpsons score. You know what I'm saying? Just Simpsons score and stuff like that. Which you guys know I love score music and stuff like that too. That's why I kind of want to get that one. You know what I'm saying? But this definitely expect a review on this album someday.
Yeah, South Park had the Chef album.
Ooh,
South Park.
South Park have an album too?
that's a classic one. That
Wow.
one,
Yeah, they had an album. Yeah, South Park. The South Park album.
That's crazy.
yeah. Rick James was on
know
that.
that.
Snoop Dogg was on that. Yeah, that was a dope album.
Go ahead, Ray Sean. It's on your.
All right. So we're gonna go back to the 2000s with this artist from Philadelphia, and one of the best voices in neo soul, Jill Scott. Who is Jill Scott with Sounds Volume 1?
Yes.
Yep.
It's like 20 years this year for that album.
Jill Scott
That's a
got
dope
tracks like Jill Tro. Do you remember? Exclusively, Getting in the Way, A Long Walk. Her signature song, I Think It's Better. He Loves Me. It's Love. Very great
He
song.
loves me.
Very great song. It's Love. The Way. Honey Molasses. Love Rain. The Roots. Interlude. Slowly Surely. When's the Magic. Watching Me. Very great song. Brother. Show Me. Try. And Love Rain, the remix. So very, very great album. Very dope album by Jill Scott. A very great singer coming from the 2000s. And just a gem when it comes to R&B music.
Yes.
He loves me.
And I'm gonna take this back to the 80s with this band, with this with these teen group, and it's the Jets Magic album.
Ooh.
I never heard that.
Yep.
Ooh.
What's on that album?
Oh, the Jets Magic. I Do You, The Only Dance, Believe It or Not, It's Magic, Make It Real, very great song, Rock to You, Sitting on My Love, Anytime, When You're Young and in Love, First Time in Love, and Cry My Broken Heart.
Oh yeah, that's a song from Belly Scott too. I know that one.
Yeah,
But after that, I checked out. Like I don't know what the hell they dropped after that.
yeah. But Magic got hits too. I love Magic and their Soul album. Believe had songs I like, but I wouldn't put that next to their first two albums. Like the first two albums are their best one because after that, Fame and Drama kicked in. So yeah. So this is a very great album by them. And my last one for the night, I'm gonna show this album. Yeah, I can show this one. I don't care.
So now there's a story coming on.
And this is another 80s album I like, another 80s pop album I like.
The program has expanded. I'm so happy for them. I wish New York would have that.
And whoever that is, can they mute their mic?
When I was in school, you had music, art, and physical fitness.
Who's that?
And me.
Guy that did, I saw it.
Whatever. So I love the Jets. I love Martika. So I love this artist, and I reviewed her first out, her second album. That's my very first music review, and it's Out of the Blue. Ooh, excuse me. Out of the Blue.
They focused on a little black girl.
By
Debbie Gibson.
Yeah, Out of the Blue. This is her first album, so I
Love that song.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love the Debbie Gibson. She's a very great artist. This is the album that she made when she was 16, and she's a very great singer. You got tracks like Out of the Blue, Staying Together, Only in My Dreams, Foolish Beat, Red Hot, Wake Up to Love, Shake Your Love, Fallen Angel, Play the Field, and Between the Lines. So very great first album by Debbie Gibson. Her second album, Electric Youth, is very dope too. I think she's a very underrated artist. I don't think no one gives her props like they do with the Britney Spears, because they don't promote her like that, like they do with other teen pop artists like Britney Spears, Aguilera, or even Jessica Simpson and cough Swift, but yeah, Taylor Swift, cough, but this is a very dope album by Debbie Gibson. I love her music.
Education. I said, but after that, it was gone.
Dope.
Now it's on you, Mike.
All right, I'm gonna show one guilty pleasure album, and go ahead and get y'all laughs out now. All right, so this album is a guilty pleasure, and the only reason why I got it because I'm not ashamed. I watch soap operas. I ain't ashamed. So this is General Hospital by the Afternoon Delights.
Wow.
Never heard of them.
Wow.
I've heard of one song by them. Yeah.
Is that based on the soap opera?
Yeah, it's kind of based off of General Hospital.
Right.
So it was only $2. So I mean,
That's a collector's item right there.
So let me get this straight. My Simpsons album is not a collector's item. That's a collector's item.
It is, but it's like a lot of people love General Hospital.
I love it
There's
too.
soap operas. Luke and Laura and Sonny Corinthos, his name is.
What
My
you know
mother used to
about
watch
Sonny
all that shit,
Corinthos?
bro.
What you know about Sonny Corinthos?
Because my mother used to tape all that shit when she was at work. She would tape all that shit on a VCR, and I would just tape over it. You know?
I
I know about those characters. Luke and Laura and Sonny and his. Didn't he have a son, Jason? Wasn't like Jason like the nut job?
No.
He was like the bodyguard for Sonny. He was like a nut job. He had like a car accident or some shit.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Nigga, I know, man. I ain't gotta watch them to know the characters.
Oh wow!
I remember when I was younger. I used to go to my grandma's house.
Yeah,
and she always watched that show, General Hospital.
yeah.
I never got into it though.
Yeah,
I never got into it. I mean,
it wasn't my thing.
I
would just tape over. I would take my mother's VCR tape and tape over the soap operas because I wanted to tape up my Video Music Box episodes.
So let me get this straight. So you would tape over them soap operas and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas be trying hard for some of them episodes, like myself, right?
Why would I watch soap operas? That was never my thing. So why was I doing it?
Yeah, because every time I go to my grandma's house, rest in peace. I I, I always want to watch cartoons in,
Right.
in her room.
Exactly.
Yeah, because because I never got into General Hospital because I mean the theme song was cool, but
Yeah.
the theme song was cool, memorable. Just I was never in tune with those with those soap opera shows like you know General Hospital, EastEnders,
Yeah.
those type of shows.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I go to my grandma's house, I always watch cartoons.
Yeah.
Like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., Disney, what have you. That's what I'm there for. Just to watch cartoons, and also to spend time with my grandmother.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like my mom, when I was little, used to watch All My Children Like to Live, General Hospital.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, yeah. But I watched it. The only reason why I watched it because I watched it with her, but then like over the years, I started watching it by myself to be curious.
Right.
And when I was in high school, I would tape I would try to tape like almost every soap opera that was on at the time, depending on storyline. Now, like I could watch it like clockwork now. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I'm guilty of that. So
I would take over all that shit. And like whatever she had. I'm like, yo, because back then VCR tapes was expensive.
it
You know what I'm
was
saying? Like the blank ones. And I'm like, yo, I'm seeing these VCR tapes. I'm like, yo, General Hospital, what is this? You know? and she had like all of those Ryan's Hope and Young and the Restless or Another World. I tape over all that shit. I'm like, yo, John T. Rappers coming on. I gotta record this episode. Video Music Box is at 4:30. I gotta record this. I would tape over all that shit.
Damn.
Motown 20, she had the Motown 25 special. I taped over that shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, man.
Oh man, I was bad. I was a badass when I was younger.
Damn.
I mean, were we all like that when we were kids? We wouldn't watch that we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a real brat when I was a kid. A real brat. Like I don't watch cartoons. I don't watch all this, soap opera bull. Like,
hey,
crazy.
I remember all of that. Like my dad used to record Are You Being Served?
Oh, I like that show.
Yeah, I never got into it.
I like those British shows like Are You Being Served, Red Dwarf, Keeping Up Appearances, Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean was funny.
Yeah.
I love Mr.
Yes.
Bean. I love Mr. Bean.
Yeah, I never liked Mr. Bean.
But what? All right, I got the next two I'm gonna show off. Okay. All right. I just saved some of my heat. So I got Michael Jackson's Dangerous.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's underrated.
Great album.
I love that album. That's underrated.
Yep. This is from the 1991 album. Songs like Black and White, Dangerous, all these joints on here. I like the art cover on here too. The art cover is pretty dope too. And then another one, I have Michael Jackson's Off the Wall.
Nice.
Great disco album.
Yep.
Now, this is where my problem is. I'm sick and tired of people comparing, saying Off the Wall is better than Thriller. Thriller is better than Off the Wall. It just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I say, all right, first off, number one, let's distinguish the difference. Off the Wall was more like, it was still like the disco era, so you still gonna have disco.
Yep.
Thriller.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thriller was not only ahead of its time. That was the best album of 1982. You
Definitely.
cannot possibly tell me any album from 1982 is better than
Best
Thriller.
album.
You
Best album
cannot
of the
tell
decade.
me that.
Best album of the 80s.
Preach
Yes.
it, Mike. Preach it to
Yes.
all of these half-ass people who think Off the Wall is better than Thriller. No, it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna listen to. I know a couple of joints off of off the wall. I'm gonna. I'm gonna listen to this album. I'm gonna do a review on my channel.
Dope.
I'm gonna compare and contrast Thriller. I'm gonna do a double album and compare and contrast. But you cannot possibly tell me that Off the Wall is better than Thriller. You cannot possibly tell me that.
Can't.
No way.
Great album.
Because
Yeah.
Off the Wall was more disc. Off the Wall was more disco. Thriller was more R&B. You got funk in it. You got a bit of rock in it. Like the Thriller is more genre busting because you got many genres.
And they're still trying to copy Thriller to this day. Nobody trying to copy Off the Wall. Disco is dead.
Like
It's been going. Like Off the Wall was classic. It was a nice end of the disco era album. But Thriller is that album that made Michael a rock icon. It wasn't Off the Wall.
Thriller.
I don't know where all of a sudden this fanfare for Off the Wall. Where was y'all in back in the 70s? Oh, that's right. Y'all wasn't born. That makes sense. You know,
nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. Like all of a sudden now he has all this fanfare.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in '82 were fire, like The Barge, All This Love, Evelyn Champagne King, Get Loose.
Yep.
Like that was during the post disco era of the '80s. And Thriller is what made Michael the legend that he is.
Yeah.
Like the Jackson 5, they were very dope, but Thriller is what made him the legend that he is.
And even if he didn't have Thriller, he still had Bad. That was a classic.
Yes.
He had Dangerous. That was a
Bad.
classic. Like he still had other classic albums.
Bad, Dangerous.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Say that with Janet, Control, Rhythm Nation, Janet period. This is very rope, all for you. Like the best eras of Janet.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go by these like very quickly. So this next album, I've been trying to get this album for years. I'm so glad I finally got it in my collection. Is Digable Planets with Reaching a New Refutation of Time and Space. This album came out February 9th, 1993. So you guys have heard me talk a lot about the Blowout Comb album, which I feel like is one of the most underrated hip-hop albums of all time. I never really discussed how much I liked the first album. I kind of felt like the first album, they were very It's like Tribe. It's like Low End. It's like their version of Low End Theory, if that makes sense.
Very different.
This was known for singles like Rebirth of Slick, Cool Like That, which they actually won them a Grammy for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group, Where I'm From, and Nickelbacks. You know what I'm saying? Very dope album. This was definitely incorporated jazz, spoken word, you know, of course, hip hop and everything like that too. I felt like Digable Planets was very underrated as a group. Definitely expect to review on this album very, very, very soon. You know what I'm saying? Must have in your collection. And I'm so glad, you know, they got back together and everything like that. They're touring and shit like that. So one day I'm definitely gonna see them when they do a tour and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So very, very, very dope album. Must have in your collection.
I had it when I was 13 and I sold it because I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about on that album.
We beat the Cadillac Street with that.
It was way over my head with they lyrics and shit.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
then like this here, Blowout Cone was so different from the first one.
I
And
love.
I prefer Blowout Cone than the first one, but the first one is dope. I got to go back and definitely revisit it.
Definitely. All right, this next album came out in '94. This is an R&B album I've been trying to look for years. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a very, very dope joint. It is Changing Faces with their self-titled album. Love this album. This album to me, you know why I got this album really?
Mhm.
They have the longer version of Stroke You Up with the
Right.
smooth ass intro in the beginning.
Mhm.
And yes, I know that was produced by
Oh,
PP
Kelly.
Man,
Kelly
PP
did
Man,
it.
R. Kelly. I know, but I still fuck with that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can still listen to it. Get it all
PP Man
the
did the whole album, so I mean,
You know what?
PP Man did most of the album, so
He actually only did 3 songs, to be honest with
he
you.
only did 2 songs.
3 songs.
Yeah, it was Sam Devontae and some other producers.
Yeah, like Heavy D was in this Dave
Right.
Hall.
Right.
You know, Changing Faces. They consist of members Sharice Rose and Reefy Scott. You know what I'm saying? Who were originally backup vocals for Sybil. You know what I'm saying? And you know they formed in '94 and they came out with this album and everything like that too. Stroke You Up is my joint. I don't give a fuck what it says.
Yeah.
Fooling Around, of course, is dope too.
Fire.
Keep It Right There with Devontae Swing.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yo, this
Okay.
is straight up classic R&B right here. And then
Yeah.
like too. I know they came out with a second album, the All Day All Night album, which I need to get. I never heard that album. I need to get
That
that.
was fire.
That was fire.
Yes. Wait, but they had the Ghetto UT.
Yeah,
Joint,
yeah.
and the joint with Jay-Z on there. All of My Days.
Okay,
That was banging.
we'll have to probably
Yeah.
do an artist Sunday one day on Changing Faces or a weekly artist
Yes.
because they only have 3 albums. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah. And you guys already talked about this album. I got Lisa Stansfield with Affection.
Dope. Best.
Yes. This album to me, this album I actually heard recently, like a couple months ago for the first time. And I was always a fan of that song, "Been Around the World," yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Sex Trafficker Puffy sampled that one.
Sincerity.
This had joints like "Live Together," "Mighty Love," "Sincerity."
Yes.
And I love this album cover too. You know what I'm saying? Very ill album cover.
Yeah.
She's so sexy looking.
Yeah, definitely going to review this album very soon. I actually want to get my hands on this album before I touch this.
Right.
Her and Tina Marie. Sexy.
So,
Yo, don't get me started on Tina, man. That's my baby.
ooh, Tina Marie.
Yeah. Shit, looking at Tina Marie and now I know why Tiger Woods loves white women so much and shit.
Right.
Right, for real.
All right, it's on you, Mike.
All right, by me. Okay. So, all right, this next album, Janet's self-titled album from 1993. This one includes songs include "That's the Way Love Goes," "Anytime, Any Place," classic joints right here. I haven't listened. I haven't listened to the whole album.
Great album.
Yeah. So
It was my joint.
yeah. This next one is Beastie Boys.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yep. Fight for Your Right, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Paul Revere. Classic joints right here. I don't think they had one bad song as far as I can remember. Like I like or a bad album. And then this last one I got, it is NWA, Straight Out of Compton.
I can't.
That's heat there.
Yeah.
You got the creme de la
Yeah. The movie itself This should have won. It should have won an Oscar, in my
Yeah.
honest opinion.
Mhm.
That very great movie. This is a very great dope album. I loved NWA. So yeah.
Great.
Sick. All right. So these next two CDs, I've done reviews on them fairly recently. You know what I'm saying? I got Salt and Pepper's Very Necessary. I finally got this album. You know what I'm saying? Probably my second favorite album they came out with. This was known for songs like What a Man, Shoot, None of Your Business, Heaven and Hell. You know what I'm saying? Must Have in Your Collection. I got Kid and Play's second album, Funhouse.
Yes.
He got a Kid and Play album. You know what I'm saying? I like this album, don't get me wrong. It's probably my least favorite of the three, but that doesn't mean I dislike it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This was known for songs like, Back to Basics, the title track, you know what I'm saying? Stroking. Very dope album. Now, this next album, oh my god, I could not believe I found this album. It's a vinyl purchase. It's New Birth with Coming From All Ends.
Oh.
Yes. Finally got a New Birth album. This album came out in 1974. For those who don't know who New Birth are, they were pretty much like a psychedelic soul group and everything like that too. That was very popular, like in the early to mid 70s and everything like that. I want to say this is actually they went by like a lot of name change. I think this is like this sixth album under the New Birth name. You know what I'm saying? They released this on RCA. This was known for songs like Wildflower, which they covered this from Skylark, a group called Skylark, but to me, they made the best version of this song, in my opinion. It's been a long time, which has been sampled a lot. People, I want to say that was on this. No, that's not on this album. Excuse me. I Wash My Hands of the Whole Damn Deal. That was on this album and everything like that too. Very cool album. If you like that psychedelic soul, if you're a fan of like groups like the Fifth Dimension and stuff like that too, then this is definitely the group for you.
Dope.
All right. So I'm gonna run by these real quick. So for this artist, is very underrated in the R&B industry, and we're gonna go with Shantae Moore, Love Supreme.
Ooh.
Yeah, Shantae Moore, underrated singer, and she's known for tracks like Intro, Searching, very great song. This Time, very dope song. My Special Purpose One, great song. I'm What You Need, Your Love Supreme, Old School 11, classic song. Free Sail On, Without Your Love. I Want to Thank You, Mood, Thank You for Loving Me, Soul Dance, Am I Losing You, and Thou Shalt Not. So very great album by Shantae Moore. And she's still gorgeous to this very day. So love this album. The next album I also reviewed. I'm gonna go to Detroit with this group, and I know Eric showed their album before, and I'm gonna go with the horrorcore group, Nodis, Do You Believe in God?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yep. Nodis. And Eric was not wrong. This is definitely one of their darkest albums, based off of the themes that they've covered, regarding religion, crime, death, all that. And for sensitive people, this is not for the faint of heart. Like if you have kids, lock them in their room and put this album on. So you got tracks like deeply believe in God, Goddess, Pop Pop, Midnight, It's All Right, Can I Rest in Peace, Torture, we almost lost Detroit, Heaven, I Don't Care, Scream, Fuck the World. Y'all will realize The Night Is Mine, Sunday School, Math the World, Politic Tactics, and No Fault Insurance. So very dark album by Nodis because of course of the horrorcore group. You can't go wrong with tackling a lot of issues that no other artists can tackle. So very great album by Nodis. And another album that I also reviewed, and I'm going back to now going to my jazz. There you go. I'm going into my jazz bag with this lovely artist, and I'm gonna go to the late '80s with this one, and it's Herb Albert. Keep your eye on me.
That's a dope album.
Yep. There you go. Herb Albert, keep your eye on me. Now this one is very different from your typical Herb Albert album because he's known for like jazz, like he's jazz oriented, but this one is more pop. It has elements of funk. There is still jazz, but there's pop, funk, new jazz swing influences. There's Quiet Storm influences. So what I love about this album is that it like the first 5 tracks were more up tempo and dance oriented, whereas the second half is more down tempo R&B. So this one has tracks like keep your eye on me, Hot Shot, Diamonds. My favorite song because it has my baby Janet and Lisa Keys, Traffic Jam, Catmandu, Pillow. Very sensual song. Our Song, Make Love in the Rain, very great song. Step Up by Her, Rocket to the Moon, and Straight on the Shore. So overall, very great album by Herb Albert. His Rice album was also very dope too. So very great jazz artist, Herb Albert.
All right, it's on you, Mike.
And I'm glad I did a review on him before he dropped dead. There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna show you these off real quick. I have Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
Dope album.
Shout out to this subscriber. He's gonna be named I can't even talk tonight right now. He's gonna be named Nameless because he actually gave me this album for free. So shout out to the subscriber. Songs like Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, pretty dope songs and stuff like that. So yeah. Next one is Ready for the World. Songs like Tonight, Digital Display, Oh Sheila, classic joints on here. Definitely love it. And last but not least, EPMD, Strictly Business.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, I think it was. I don't know if it was y'all, but I think y'all mentioned this group. So when I saw it at the record store, I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to get this album. So yeah, um, yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show 6 more. I'm gonna show the last 4 and a special one tomorrow, then the review because of time constraints. But these next 3, the first time I want to show you guys. Oh, I got this one in Charlotte. It's my nigga Joe with My Name Is Joe.
Mm,
Oh,
Very
Joe is
dope.
fire.
Yeah. Very, very, very dope album from Joe. I think this is actually his 3rd studio album. This is known for songs like I Wanna Know, Treat Her Like a Lady, and Stutter. The remix with Mystical with the same sample from the Far Side's Passing Me By, that Quincy Jones sample. I actually like that version better, honestly. To keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? But this one right here was very, very, very dope. I love this album. It definitely had a early 2000s R&B, that early 2000s feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely glad. I think it's like the first Joe album I have in my collection. Yeah, fire. Then
Great.
I'm gonna go back to Talking Heads with their True Stories album. This album came out in 1986. Yeah, this album was okay. It was not that bad. You know what I'm saying? A bit too experimental. I gotta actually listen to this album, but this album was pretty cool. It had songs like Wild Wild Life, Radiohead, you know what I'm saying, Puzzling Evidence and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna be listening to this album in the future. And then I got this other one from Charlotte. I'm so glad I got this album. This is one of the most underrated R&B albums of the 90s. It's Horace motherfucking Brown with this self-titled album, you know what I'm saying, in 1996. Okay, so here's the thing. Technically, this is like his second album, but he was supposed to came out with the first album that he did on Uptown Records and stuff like that too. But there was controversy because he had a song called Taste Your Love and everything like that too, which pretty much is on this album, but it was a song about oral sex and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? And Urban Records pretty much shelved the album. So when Andre Harrell moved to Motown Records, he pretty much brought Horace Brown with him. And he promoted 2 more singles, One for the Money and Things We Do for Love and everything like that too. And that's when he came out with this album. So technically, this is like his first album. He redid his first album, but technically it's his second album if you want to be technical. But yeah, this is a fire ass album, in my personal opinion. A very underrated album from 1996. This was known for songs like I Want Your Baby, Taste Your Love, I Want Your Baby being produced by Sex Trafficker Puffy, One for the Money, you You Need a Man. Yeah, I've been looking for this album for years. I'm definitely one day thinking about doing a double review on a 94 version and this version one day. So this is Horace Brown, self-titled, 1996, out of print.
so, hey, Reg, can I show one last thing real quick?
Yeah, you can show 3 more. Yeah, you good.
All right. I'm just gonna show this one last thing. So it's not a vinyl. It's not a vinyl. It's not a movie. But in order for me to play vinyls, I'm gonna need a vinyl player, right? Well, I got a portable turntable.
Oh shit!
And shout out to this subscriber who will be named anonymous, but he actually got this as an early birthday gift. So shout out to the subscriber.
Mike went
That's
digging.
dope. That's very dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, one R&B artist I listened to recently. How do y'all feel about Vic Allen?
Cool.
Vic Allen.
Never heard of him.
Me neither.
I'll pull his album right quick. His album was very dope. He's like this R&B soul gospel singer, and I'll pull his album right quick.
Okay. Well, while you do that, let Mike show the rest of his albums, Ray.
All right.
I got one last thing to show. All right, so this is a movie, and normally I show movies, but so it's one movie I do want to show. It is the 4K Steelbook, and it's the 40th anniversary of Footloose. This is from 1984. It stars Kevin Bacon, Lloyd Singer, Diane Weiss, John Lithgow, Christopher Penn. This is a classic movie, and classic soundtrack. So yeah, this is a definite must own in your collection. In my opinion, is one of the best movies of the 80s. I'm done.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna show these last three because I have to get out of here very soon. I got Missy Elliott with her second album, The Real World. So glad I finally got this album. So fucking glad. This to me might be a contender for best album next to Under Construction. This was known for singles like Hot Boys. I love the remix. I think she did that with Nas, Eve, Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? I love that remix and shit. She's a Bitch, All in My Grill, Busta Rhyme with Eminem. One of Eminem's best guest appearances he's ever done on track. I don't give a fuck what no one say. You know what I'm saying? So this is like a much more darker album compared to like Super Duper Fly. The sound was just really much more aggressive. We definitely done a review on this album, so y'all check it out. That's Missy with The Real World. And I'm just gonna show these last two together because they're from the same artist. I got Magic 1 from Nas and Magic 2. So pretty much I got the Magic series and everything like that too. So these are other albums that was produced by Hit Boy. And yes, we've all done reviews on these albums. You know what I'm saying? So Magic 1 came out Christmas Eve of 2021. This was known for songs like Ugly, Wave Guys, Woo for the Children. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope album. It definitely had like a very strong boom bap feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a must have in your collection on my Nas heads. And then I got the Magic 2 joint, you know what I'm saying? Which this came out, I want to say 2023. It came out in which we recently also done a review on this a couple months ago and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? So very dope album. I think this is actually my favorite from the Magic series, possibly. This is known for songs like Office Hours, Abracadabra, Joaquin Woodbine, what this all really means and shit. So yeah, this was a must-have in your collection. And like I said, I'm gonna show the last couple ones I got tomorrow or later on today and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta save my StreamYard minutes. But yeah, man. This was a very fun collection video and everything like that too. Definitely, you guys have some dope heat. I do got some more shit coming after the collection video's over and stuff like that. So I just gotta get some stuff together for my car and just get some bills out the way and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow at midnight, or later on today at midnight, we're gonna be doing the Bean Siegel with the Becoming album and everything like that too. That's his third album. Really can't wait to talk about that joint. Also Friday, we also got a double feature on Friday. We got the Purple Rain movie at 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the movie review. And then we also have the KMD Devil Review. Shout out to Christian for that. That's gonna be 11:30 p.m. and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So really can't wait to talk about those. Yeah, man. I think Try is knocked out. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a minute. But
Vic Allen.
the nigga looks like Blair Underwood.
Yeah, his album was dope.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely gotta check it out. Send it to me on IG and stuff.
All right.
But yeah. Anybody else got anything to say before we head out?
My next TV, I'm gonna review my next TV review. Is gonna be on. It's gonna be in July, so I have no time to watch the show. Me and Mike are gonna watch the show. We're gonna root for July 12th.
Dope.
Yeah, and one day I'll check out that cartoon, that X-Men cartoon. One day.
Okay, bet. I might
Yeah.
check it out too. But yeah, man, I'm about to get ready to lay down and shit because I'm
Yeah.
tired, motherfucker.
Since I love cartoons, so I'm gonna check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. All right, real quick. I'm gonna do a out and about Walmart video, so stay tuned for that. And then I will be on Try's channel this weekend.
Hey,
for,
we might. Hey,
amazing.
we might actually. I'm trying to get the wrestling junkies on here to do it, but like they love Instagram. We might actually do it on Instagram Live, and then I'll just upload it to this to my
Okay.
channel. Like if you can, if we do it, like Mike, like if you can, I don't know if we've done any live streams on Instagram before, but I don't know. Like I want to definitely do it. Discuss WrestleMania 40 this weekend, but I'm just deciding if you're gonna do it on Instagram Live or on YouTube. But I'll
Okay.
let you know. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me know. Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming to the collection video. I guess Ashley and Eric were. I know Ashley's gonna come later on this week anyway. I'm gonna double check with her. Eric is gonna show up whenever he shows up. You know what I'm saying? I guess he had to work in the morning, but y'all make sure y'all have a good night. Subscribe and like this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Make sure y'all get all the content. Again, catch us tomorrow when we talk about The Becoming, BB Siegel, classic album. I'm already gonna say that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.
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 Peace.